Hey everybody, my name is Zach Fell, and this is the beginning of my video series on YouTube, and I'm calling it Pro Sax Tips. I've been playing saxophone for about 30 years. Over the course of these videos, I'd like to just share the knowledge that I have collected over these years, from playing out live, teaching privately, and teaching in the public school system. Let's start. Alright, so my weapon of choice here is a Embouchure, Big B, alto saxophone, so you guys can kind of hear what it sounds like. Alright, so let's talk about some tips. First thing is the embouchure, which is French for face muscles. So our face muscles form around the mouthpiece of the saxophone. And the first thing I teach my students is that the bottom lip goes over the bottom teeth like you're saying the letter F. And then the corners of your mouth are going to go inwards towards the mouthpiece like you're saying ooh, as in like in school. Ooh pushes those corners into the center towards the mouthpiece. And your top teeth are going to be resting right on top of the mouthpiece. And I'll see if you guys can see this. Oh, F, bottom lip over bottom teeth, top teeth on top of the mouthpiece, and then the corners into the ooh shape. And this should not be moving around at all inside your mouth. The whole body moves, but this is not moving back and forth, up and down. It should stay consistently in the same place. And then the last thing is you don't want your bottom teeth start pushing up into the reed. This is kind of like a pillow, and you just kind of rest it on top. You want to pull your chin down a little bit, keep it flat and firm. And I take looks about halfway of the whole beak of the mouthpiece. Again, a lot of beginners, I'm using my thumb as a visual aid as for your tongue. It shouldn't be underneath, because it's a really thuddy articulation. We don't want that. We want a more professional sounding articulation, and the way I was taught was, instead of having, once again using this as a visual aid, instead of being underneath, we want the tongue to curl upwards, and we're just going to use the bottom tip of the tongue on the tip of the mouthpiece in the reed. And just lightly tap on that for your articulation. And the vowel that I was taught was was the letter E, as in elephant. So you go E, curls the tongue up, and the tongue is behind the teeth. Which gives you a much nicer articulation. And then if you don't want the notes to be accented, then we use the letter D, as in dog, as our consonant for articulating unaccented notes. And beginners are, they're taught T, like 2, 2, 2, 2. But we want to soften that and use a D, so D, 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 D. If you want accented, then you give it a little bit of harsher sound, more air behind the articulation. Then you can use a T, which forces the air into the mouthpiece faster. So let's just review real quickly. Corners in, teeth sitting right on top of the mouthpiece, bottom lip over bottom teeth like you're saying the letter F, tongue curled up in front of the mouthpiece like you're saying the letter E, and articulation, use the D, a softer articulation for unaccented notes, and the T sound for more accented notes. I hope that was helpful. Please leave comments, questions, things you'd like to learn, things you'd like that you're having issues with, and I will do my best to answer all the questions that I can. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you next time.